Infrastructure development and industrialization have been high on the agenda during this year's Brics Heads of State Summit in Johannesburg, South Africa, where Cyril Ramaphosa, the South African president, has called on the international business community to invest in the continent, leveraging on the available abundant resources, reiterating a call by other African leaders to avoid the export of raw materials.
Africa is a continent of great opportunity in industrialization process in a variety of sectors. This continent is rich in the critical minerals that will drive business success in the 21st century. The continent has resources of lithium, vanadium, cobalt, platinum, palladium, nickel, copper, rare earth minerals, rhodium, and many others. And these are the minerals that abound and are driving economic activity across the world. African countries have made it clear that the investors of choice are those who will come and invest in our continent, but also process the resources here, close to source, so that African countries do not export rock and sand, but export finished products as we would like to do. The success of the African Continental Free Trade Area will require a massive investment in infrastructure. We need to mobilize the substantial financing that is needed to build the roads, the ports, the rail, energy and telecommunications network that will enable industrialization and trade.
The five-member bloc seeks to have a single currency to be used alongside local currencies while pushing for the de-dollarization in trade amongst each other. Brazil's trade with African countries, which is only at 3.5%, dropped by one-third in 2022 compared to 2013, and President Lula da Silva says the country would want to see a return to the continent. While despite being heavily sanctioned, Russia's economy has reportedly taken over that of Germany to become the fifth largest world economy by purchasing power parity, according to the World Bank, which is a true manifestation of the drivers of this bloc that has more members waiting to join.
To grow again and drive development, we need to ensure more credibility, predictability, and legal certainty, as well as political and social certainty for the private sector. For this reason, I have advocated the idea of greater financial integration, where we could have a new reference unit which would not replace our national currencies.
The trade volume with the BRICS partners has increased by 40.5% and reaching the record of 230, even more than 230 billion. And the first half of this year, it grew by 35.6% as compared with the same period in 2022, and it reached $134.7 billion. I would also like to point out that the share of the BRICS countries, with their population totally more of 3 billion people, now accounts to nearly 26% of the global GDP. And our 5 countries are ahead of G7 in terms of purchasing power parity, with 35.1% against 30% forecast for 2023. The objectives and irreversible process of de-dollarization of our economic ties is gaining pace. We are working to fine-tune effective mechanism of mutual settlements and monetary and financial control. As a result, the share of US dollar export and import operations within BRICS is declining.
Over the years, the BRICS nations have demonstrated their commitment to promoting a multipolar world order and enhancing the influence of the emerging economies on the global stage, attracting the entry of new members. Cyril Ramaphosa, who is also the current chairman, announced the admission of 6 new nations that include Argentina, Ethiopia, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and Iran.
We have decided to invite the Argentine Republic, the Arab Republic of Egypt, the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates to become full members of BRICS. The membership will take effect from the 1st of January 2024.
Stuart Jacon, Smart 24 Television, Business Today.